I'm doing an incense burning test. This is the angle I was recording at. You can barely see that incense burning. You can just make out the smoke. I've been up for about I've been awake for about an hour. I've been up about half an hour. Got up, went to the bathroom, made a coffee, lit the incense. You can barely see it, but it is lit. I'm just trying to recreate the video from last night. That will be because I moved forward, and when I moved back I would have pushed the air back towards me, which wouldn't explain how I had the same effect last night when I was perfectly still, when I was claiming that things were walking past me. It corroborates that, because you just saw me move forward and move back, and then the rush of smoke came towards me, you know, through the airstream. You can barely see where the incense is burning, but interestingly you can see, I don't know if you can see that, I can see even from here without my glasses the little unks. I can see some of the unks lit up on the incense burner, but I can barely see the incense burning itself. So the camera must have been hitting the unks, which is actually pretty cool. See, every time I move, see the airflow? So how does it explain how the smoke was moving last night when I was claiming that all the angels and ancestors were walking past, when I was perfectly still? The science of the supernatural, eh? This is why I love being an occult scientist. I want to take my shows around the world and show people the difference between the paranormal and the supernatural, because what happened last night was not paranormal, it was supernatural. There is a vast difference between the paranormal and the supernatural. See, I'm moving my hand above my head, and so the airflow, I'm pulling the smoke towards me. So that doesn't explain how it happened last night when I was perfectly still, which you saw on camera. I was not moving. It's so exciting. I love the world of supernatural. I love being an occult scientist. The who, what, wherefore and whys of the universe, that's me. See, I can see the unks lit up with a teeny tiny little ember at the end. See, because I'm moving, the airflow, the jet stream of the airflow, as I'm moving, I'm pulling the smoke towards me. And it's just blowing my mind that last night I was saying they're walking past me and you could see the smoke coming, and yet I was perfectly still. You can even tell from the camera when I'm moving out of shot. See, that's me lifting my arm, and I'm moving my arm because you can see it on camera. So you can see the smoke moving, because I'm a scientist. I have to figure everything out. So you can see that I'm moving, even though you can't physically see my arm. You can tell by the movement of the phone that I'm moving, and so the smoke is coming towards me. But last night I was perfectly still. I was just like this. And I was saying, they're walking past me, they're moving past me, they're walking past me. And I was getting the exact same response, because as they were walking past me, they were moving through the smoke. Just, what was the smoke? Was it smoke? I mean, it wasn't smoke. We know it wasn't smoke. We know for a fact it wasn't smoke. There was nothing putting smoke into the room. I wasn't sleep burning incense for like 4 hours, because I was asleep for about 4 hours. I only woke up intermittently to check my phone, and then went straight back to sleep. And I've had it in other videos at the old house where I didn't have any incense burning. See, that's just because I've been moving about. So cool. I mean, I know it was the veil. I know, we stepped through the veil. I know scientifically that ion particles, the ionosphere, how you see the white film around Earth's atmosphere? It's basically that. It's, the ionosphere. We've seen the lit up particles of the ion particles in the air. The negative and positive ions in the Earth's atmosphere, which become magnetic and stick to each other because of the sun, the radiation, the magnetism and that comes off the sun and the moon. Because the sun and the moon work like a pulley system. With their magnetic forces, they're like a pulley system. One goes up, one goes down, and it pushes like centrifugal around the earth, magnetism and radiation and what we were seeing last night were the ion particles of magnetism and of the moon's magnetism and the sun's radiation magnetically pulled to each other. That's what the veil is. And when you step through the veil, you see the other side. I can definitely see the unks, the little brass unks. I'll put a link in the description box of what the unk is for. It's pretty cool. You can barely see the incense burning, but I can definitely see the unks. So that explains that. I've also explained what the mist was, or smoke, or residue, or film, or veil. I'm so excited. Anyway, so that was that test. It doesn't even move the same way. My room smells amazing though. This is why I want to make my shows. I can sit and explain all of this to people and do these kind of cool experiments to show children the difference between incense smoke and the veil between life and death. Or the veil between Earth and the universe. Anyway, scientific experiment number first.